Hello everyone. So today I'll discuss a very important issue which I have come across in news and various reports, and it is really concerning for India. It is the issue of health of the children and the youth of India. A recent report has suggested that Indian children are getting the diseases which used to be the disease of adults, as just like diseases like obesity, pre-diabetic, hypertensions, anxiety, depressions, which used to be the considered to be the diseases of the adult, are being common in the children and youth of India. So, what are the regions of these shifts, and how can India control this, which is going to be epidemic, right? How can overall health of Indians can be improved, and how India can overall become a happy country, because health is linked to the happiness and overall productivity of the man, right? So health is the primary thing, and its foundation can be done in the children and at the youth stage itself. So in this video I'll dwell upon in these topics, right? So the first thing is, as the report suggested, that the Indian children are getting obesity, hypertension, pre-diabetic, anxiety and depression, such kind of things which used to be the diseases of adult age, right, now is being common in the age group of 10, 15, 20, 25 years. So it is very concerning. So first of all, I would like to know what is the regions of such shift, right? The region is the change in the diet pattern of children. First is the diet pattern, and second is the less physical activity of the children and the youth. So what is the change in diet pattern? The change in diet pattern is this: earlier our elder generation used to eat the food, homemade food, right? Now the children and youth are more and more dependent on restaurant foods, right? They are less in proper nutrition and more on salt, sugar, right? Calorie is high, but more nutrition is lacking. So somewhere that these dietary patterns, right, had changed of Indians, and in children's, the packaged foods like chips and all, which is high in salt and sugar contents, right? And fatty acids, and various oils, right, which is somehow going to affect the children and increasing such diseases like pre-diabetic, hypertensions, right, anxiety. So these are the regions, like not getting the proper adequate diet, nutritious diet, which should be given to the children at the earlier stage, like fruits, milk, eggs. These are the diet, cereals, which is missing now, right? And more marketed products, which is processed foods, are getting in the dietary pattern of the children, which is increasing these diseases, right? Second is the less physical activities. Why less physical activities? Because the Indian children, which now is hooked to the gadgets like phone, tablets, TVs, and with the more and more, even the education is now being through the gadgets, right? So the physical activity, which is need of for the healthy lifestyle, healthy body and mind, is somewhere missing, right? A children must give 1.5 hour of physical activity, then only their proper growth can happen. So somewhere the physical activity is missing in the children's and youth, and hence they are getting more and more anxious, right? Pre-diabetic, right? Hypertension, such diseases, right, which used to be the disease of adult population, right, of 40s, 50s, 60s. Now it is getting in the age group of 14, 15, 13, right, 10. So it is really concerning. And even of youths, right, they are also doing less and less physical activities. Whenever I go to park for running, I hardly see any youth of my 20-25 years of old getting for the run, which is very common in the developed country. But in India, there hardly any person is going for the outdoor physical exercises, which is, it is a mindset problem of Indians who don't prioritize their health, right? They see that, and when the disease comes, there is no other option. So the prevention is always better than cure. So in order to stop this epidemic which is increasing in India, and somehow affecting the national GDP, needs to be prioritized at policy level, right? It is not only at policy level, it starts from household level. The Indian parents must promote that for the children at least 1 hour of physical activity should be mandatory, and at the youth stage it should be at least 40 minutes, 30 minutes should be mandatory, right? So a healthy body should need a healthy physical exercises like running, sports, any cricket, badminton, right? Squash, table tennis, any exercises, right? Yogas, it is mandatory for the youth and the children. Otherwise they will get obesity, right? Which will not only affect their present health, but also it will impact their confidence, overall confidence, and also affect in the later part of the life. It will psychological affect, will give psychological dot for the children. Their confidence will decrease with the time. So it is very important. And second is also the proper diet. A diet should be prioritized. A good diet should be prioritized. Homemade food, proper nutrition should be prioritized for the children and youth of the country. So it is very concerning that these reports are coming. India is in children obesity. India is number 1. It's soon going to be number 1. Number 1. So these diseases now it is at number 2, maybe number 1. So it is important that we as a country should prioritize it in order to get our best for our children, right? Because once disease come in the children itself, so the whole life is destroyed, right? So it is very important to look at the policy level. How can a government can give such a policy so that the health of the children and youth should be prioritized, right? More public spaces for walking, jogging, right, should be made in especially in the urban settings. So it is very important in urban setting. There should be a space for the walking, jogging, running, right? Proper footpath for the cyclings should be made. These are important. Even I would like to conclude my my talk with the Swami Vivekananda speech. Swami Vivekananda once said, "You will be much closer to the heaven through the football than through the Gita." He emphasized that to understand the deep philosophical knowledge, you must have a good health. He prioritized getting healthy, So a youth and children, which is our future of the country, must get healthy, and they should prioritize their physical activity and diet. Thank you very much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Thank you.